Let's take a closer look at Concord coach Jim Hahn. The Concord Minutemen have become one of the dynasties of Northern Indiana basketball. The Green Machine has put together a 71-5 mark over the last 3 years. That's the best record in Indiana during that time. But Concord wasn't always this successful. In fact, in Coach Jim Hahn's first year, the Minutemen went 5-16. Even then, Hahn thought he could dazzle in Dunlap.
It felt like coming over that we could win. When I was hired, they said, hey, if we can just, be 500 or above 500 and be very respectable, that's what we're looking for. But which wasn't going to be good enough for me because we wanted to do bigger and better things. And obviously, we've been very fortunate here at Concord. We've had some outstanding basketball players. And the bottom line is you have to have good players to be successful.
Hahn has had more than the horses. He's had thoroughbreds. And let's see if they get it to Kemp. They do! Wow! Shawn Kemp has taken his slam dunks from high school gyms to NBA arenas. And Jamar Johnson is heading for Division I success at Nebraska. There's no doubt those players have had a large role in Concord's winning. But his players also give the credit to Hahn himself.
He communicates with the players so well, and that's really it right there. When you have a great communication with a player and any players, you have a good team.
He doesn't put himself above the players. He's just like one of the players. In fact, sometimes, he acts like a little kid. But, that's great. We all love him, and we got the greatest amount of respect for him.
Hahn's ability to relate may stem from his own success as a player. After starring at Penn, he had a brilliant career at Ball State. He's one of the few coaches in the area who played at that level of basketball, and that may be one of his strongest assets.
Coach Hahn, he talked to me and he said, hey, look, even I play a bad game, and that really cheered me up, And that's just one of the things he does, to communicate with you and relate to you, and, he lifts you up in so many ways, It's sometimes hard to describe, but, I just had a talk with him, my parents, my uncles, people in my family, and they really lifted me up. And all through the week, I felt real great about myself, and what I was doing. So, I came into the Saturday's games with a lot of confidence.
While Hahn certainly could be recognized as a player's coach, he also has the respect of his fellow coaches. And the seventh-year Minuteman mentor admits his peers have given him a lot of help along the way.
I like to think that I'm not so narrow-minded that I won't pick up on other people's things. And we steal a lot. I may not be the smartest guy, but I'm smart enough to pick up some other good things when I see some other schools doing some nice things. So we're not afraid to change, and I think you have to change with the personnel that you have, and we're not so set on doing the same thing over and over every year that we won't change up some things.
One thing that hasn't changed is Hahn's success. Since that first season, he's won at least 16 games every year. He's taken 3 regional titles and finished as a state runner-up. Jim Hahn says he's been called many things by many people, but through his career, one word has been most appropriate, and that word is winner.